أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين، نبينا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا يوم لا ينفع فيه مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم، محمد بن عبد الله وآله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our topic today: always seek refuge with Allah from 5 things. Among the dua, the supplication of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is seeking refuge from 5 things, as narrated by Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, who said, from the messenger's supplications were, O Allah, I seek refuge with you from an evil neighbor, and from a wife who causes me to grow old before old age, and from a son who will become a master over me, and from wealth which will become a punishment for me, and from a cunning friend whose gaze is upon me and whose heart is plotting and planning against me, such that if he sees something good, he buries it, and if he sees something bad, he spreads it. This hadith was narrated by At-Tabarani, and Sheikh Al-Albani, may Allah have mercy upon him, said, its chain of transmission is good. My brother, my son Islam, these are the 5 things. So let us give a brief explanation of each one of them. Number 1, who is the bad neighbor? He is the one who has reprehensible morals and bad manners by all standards. By all standards, is very bad. Such as harming his neighbor, envying his neighbor, wishing for his neighbor, blessings to be taken away, revealing his secrets, following his mistakes, rejoicing in his mistakes, and harming his neighbor with all kinds of harassments. So no one feels safe. No one feels safe with him. Such a bad neighbor will not enter paradise, will not enter Jannah. As Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in a hadith narrated by Abu Huraira, لا يدخل الجنة من لا يأمن جاره بوائقه. A person whose neighbors are not safe from his evil will not enter Jannah, will not enter the garden, will not enter the paradise. May Allah forbid and protect. It is said in the proverb, Is'al an al-jari qabla ad-dar. Ask about the neighbor before the house. Means before buying the house, before renting the house, before building a house. Know your neighbors. Ask about them. This is important. Number 2, who is the wife causing her husband to grow old before old age? My brother, my sister in Islam, she's the bad woman. She's the one who, when her husband sees her, he feels bad because of her bad morals, bad behaviors, bad actions, and bad words. She's the one who, when her husband is away, he cannot trust her to protect his honor and wealth. And because of her bad morals and bad behavior, his hair may turn gray, may turn white before its time, due to his constant worry, sadness, and bitterness of life. May Allah protect and keep us away from such a wife. Number 3, who is the son who becomes a master over his parents? He is the son who becomes a master over his parents because of his disobedience to them. he dominates them as if they are slaves and he is the master. He has no respect for them at all because of his lack of piety. He has no respect for them due to his lack of piety, taqwa. May Allah protect and forbid. Number 4, what is the wealth? What is the money that is a punishment and torment for man? It is the money, it is the wealth that is a cause of man's punishment, loss, and lack of blessings in his life because of his eagerness to obtain it, to get it by any illegal, unlawful, haram means. It is the money, it is the wealth that leads to the worst state in the hereafter. May Allah protect and forbid. Finally, who is the cunning friend? Who is the cunning friend? Whose gaze is upon his friend and whose heart is plotting and planning against his friend. My brother, my sister in Islam, he is the one who shows love, friendship, and affection, but in reality, he is a deceitful person. His heart is constantly watching his friend to harm him. He's always on the lookout for evil and harm. He is the one who, if he sees something good about his friend, he will conceal it, he will hide it, he will bury it. And if he sees something bad, he will spread it. Means if he knows that you have done something bad, that you have slipped into, he will spread it and make it known to everyone, make it known to people. But if you did something good, he will conceal it, he will hide it, because he does not want people to see anything good coming from you except bad things. So, this such a person is neither a friend nor a trustworthy, but rather he is dangerous, deceptive, and just enemy. He is among the hypocrites, no doubt, whom Allah Almighty says about them in Surah Al Imran, verse 120. إن تمسسكم حسنة تسؤهم وإن تصبكم سيئة يفرحوا بها. When you are touched with good, they grieve, they become sad. But when you are afflicted with evil, they rejoice, they become happy. May Allah protect you, Allah. So my dear brother, my dear sister, allow me to advise myself first and advise you second to hold on, to adhere to this great dua, this great supplication in order to obtain Allah's care and protection and to achieve your happiness in this world and the hereafter. Here is the supplication. By the way, it is not necessary to read it in Arabic if you do not speak Arabic well, but you can read it in any language, and Allah, the Creator who created all languages, will hear you. Here is the dua. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من جهر السوء ومن زوج تشيبني قبل المشيب ومن ولد يكون علي ربه ومن مال يكون علي عذابه ومن خليل ماكر عينه تراني وقلبه يرعاني إن رأى حسنة دفنها وإذا رأى سيئة أذاعها. Say after me. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من جار السوء ومن زوج تشيبني قبل المشيب ومن ولد يكون علي ربا ومن مال يكون علي عذابا ومن خليل ماكر عينه تراني وقلبه يرعاني إن رأى حسنة دفنها وإذا رأى سيئة أذاعها. O Allah, I seek refuge with you from an evil neighbor and from a wife who causes me to grow old before old age, and from a son who will become a master over me, and from wealth which will become a punishment for me, and from a cunning friend whose gaze is upon me and whose heart is plotting and planning against me, such that if he sees something good, he buries it, and if he sees something bad, he spreads it. This is the dua. Make it, a routine, and read it as much as you can always. May Allah Ta'ala protect all of us from all these 5 things and others, and grant us success in this world and the hereafter. هذا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا والحمد لله رب العالمين. بارك الله فيكم.